Studying for school or for football?
Studying for school, actually. Just got my backpack on and stuff.
Were you on that punt coverage team the punt return team when Adrian blocked that one out there 2 years ago?
No, we was in punt safe.
Okay.
So
right.
yeah, so we had our starting corners out there. But yeah, I was on punt return. I was on the punt return team. But yeah, I was on the sideline for that one.
What do you remember from
that whole game?
or that play?
It was just one of them things you just didn't really expect anything off the play. It was just we was in punt safe. So it was just waiting for them to punt it down. Maybe get a fair catch and get the offense on the field. And I remember everyone just jumping up and down. And I mean, it was my freshman year, my true freshman year. So it was a crazy experience.
What's that environment like, from what you remember?
Oh man, that was my second road game other than Iowa State, and it was a crazy experience. And then I got just a funny story. Me and Keenan was we missed the specialist group that went out, so me and Keenan had to go out by ourselves. And two true freshmen, and someone let us out, and we were just getting yelled, just getting drilled. And it was, to this day, it's been the funniest experience of my life, just because me and Keenan, two freshmen, just going out there, second road game, Happy Valley, and it was real funny.
Do you remember anything that was said specifically?
I don't think I can say it. I remember just we had about this much to walk through because there was just fans on both sides of us. We had to squeeze through there, yelling in our ears. I remember looking back at Keenan, and Keenan was just like, it was funny. We got on the field, and we were just laughing about it.
Spec Talk was a little bit interesting this week with a Penn State linebacker saying Iowa is a wrestling school, not a football school. You got to be careful with that, don't you? I mean, I'm sure that'll be on a bulletin board in there today.
I mean, we don't really get into that. So I mean, I honestly couldn't tell you Yeah, we don't really get into that stuff. Like Coach said, in past season doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about this series. This 5 years ago and 3 years ago stuff, because it's two new teams, and we're going out there on Saturday. We're gonna compete against each other, and it's what happened in the past doesn't matter.
Is it hard as a corner, because that's sort of the nature of being a corner? I think Sean likes to talk a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you get corners or receivers, they can do their talking. But that's the type of player he is.
Right.
I'm a different type of player, so
right.
I'm out there. I'm just trying to make plays. I sort of keep quiet to myself and just try to make some plays for my team.
Are you guys? Does it matter who plays quarterback for Penn State? I mean, they seem similar. I mean, they're different bodies, different players a little bit. I think Bolden probably moves a little bit better, but they're similar guys. Do you prepare for both? Do you prepare for one? I mean, what does your film work like this week?
I think you can prepare for both. You just gotta. No matter what, they have great players around them. The running backs are good. The receivers are real talented, and they're big. So I mean, no matter who you put back there, you got to be ready for them. And they're gonna put the ball in their playmakers. And it doesn't matter which quarterback it is. Like you said, Bolden, he's a little bit more agile or elusive or whatever. But we've played teams in the past with two quarterbacks. We've prepared well for them, and we'll be ready on Saturday.
Do you notice any glaring differences in their scheme when, let's say they have Bolden out there for a series, or when they have McGuine out there? Do you notice any major differences as far as what they want to do?
Well, I mean, I think their job as an offense is sticking to their game plan, and they may do some things different, but overall I think it's just a lot of the same stuff, just because they stick to their game plan and they know what they want to do, and as a defense we got to make them adjust and do stuff different.
What's different are you guys now defensively than you were at the start of the season?
I think we're a lot better. We're competing a lot more, and we got people in different positions. We move people around. We're comfortable with it right now. I think we're gelling together very nice, and I think we came a long way from the first game, but we still got a lot to improve on. Every week is a new mission and a new team that to prepare for, and I think we came a long way so far. We got to keep building off that.
A lot of years, Norm was 4-3. Go ahead, give us what you got. He seems to be a little bit more flexible now at 3-4 and some nickel and dime packages. How are you guys comfort-wise with that stuff?
Well, I mean, we work on that stuff all the time in practice. Camp, we work on that like we're. I mean, that's the most time we ran dime and nickel was in camp, and we work on that stuff all the time. So, whatever they're willing to do, whatever they tell us to do, we'll be ready for anything.
Kirk talked about maybe when BJ comes back, you guys even will be a little bit more versatile and have depth in that back end.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Do you sense that there's a lot of guys close or in that same kind of category?
Yeah, like I said in camp, we was all competing for spots, and we had a lot of people. We had good backups, and we had the starters were competing, and I think when BJ comes back, I know he'll be ready, and he'll be out there competing against even the starters. So we'll have a lot of good depth.
Why do you think